funeral is about to begin, sir.
I think we just picked up Dracula. It's got a death curse.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Well, welcome back to another episode of Never Not Horror Quick Cuts. Quick Cuts is our bi-weekly off-week episodes where instead of doing the deep dive movie reviews, we do something else, a more casual discussion. And this week we are continuing with our Horror by the Decades ranking. So this time we are looking at the 1990s.
Yeah.
I am Steve Clark.
I am Rich Hansel.
And we are proud to present you with our favorite horror movies from the 1990s. Before we get into all that, though, Rich, what have you been into lately with horror adjacent?
I've been listening to a audio book. The audio book I'm listening to is Legion, which is
The William Peter Blatty?
kind of Exorcist 2.
I think it's the sequel, officially. Which the movie, I think Exorcist 3 is the movie
based on Legion.
Yeah. I've never read it. I've read The Exorcist, but I've not read Legion.
It's good. It's kind of a crime drama right now.
Okay.
I mean, if you've seen the movie.
I've seen the movie.
It's basically the same thing.
Yep. Okay. All right. I did watch a movie, not for the podcast. I watched a movie that was covered on one of the other horror movie podcasts I listened to. So shout out to the Horror Movie Club. They did an episode on the movie Piranha 3D, which is I guess it's a remake of the old Piranha.
Yeah, I like it. I watched it.
Man,
that got lots of boobies.
Had a lot of boobies. It was really fun though. Like a lot of big names in it. Elizabeth Shue is in it.
Yeah.
What's the guy from Jerry O'Connell?
Yeah.
Stand by Me, the kid. Yeah, I really I had a great time with it. That was a fun movie. Like they talked very highly of it on Horror Movie Club. So shout out to that podcast. That's
check
another
it
one.
out.
They are one of 3 or 4 horror movie podcasts I listen to. So
I'm always looking for a new horror podcast to listen to.
Watching Piranha 3D has made me want to watch Piranha Double D. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's any good. I'm gonna guess it's probably not as good.
I bet you.
But yeah, I did enjoy that. You got anything else, or was that your only one?
No, I think that's about all I've been up to as far as horror goes.
Yeah, I've been playing so I don't play video games a lot. Life is too busy for me to do that, but there is a horror game that I've been picking at here and there. So Blumhouse, the movie studio, has opened like a gaming division with their company, and the first game they put out was a game called Fear the Shadows, and it's like a throwback kind of game. Like it looks like a PlayStation 1 game or something.
Oh,
like
really?
The graphics are made to look that way. And it's about these 2 girls. They go into their school, break in at night in the school, and they play a Ouija board. And then the one girl goes missing, so you play the other girl trying to figure out what happened and rescue the other girl. So I've been playing that, and it's pretty good. As a fan of old horror games, it scratches that nostalgic itch a little bit. But, so I would check it out if you can catch it on sale. Not a bad game.
Another, I forgot to mention, another audio book I listened to. I cannot remember the name of it, but it is all about and it's free on Audible if you listen to Audible, but it has to do with the real life case of the Salem witch trials. It's like a 19-hour listen. They go in depth with each victim. I guess I'll call them the so-called witches from their birth all the way to their death. It's really good. It kind of reminds you. Have you ever read? Shirley Jackson. Mm-hmm. She did a book that was based on the Salem witch trials, but it wasn't nearly as in depth as this one. It was really good. It's one of my favorite listens as far as audio books. But I highly suggest that one too. But yeah, I'm always into witches and witchcraft, and especially like factual.
Yeah.
The Salem witch trials. It just boggles my mind how 6 or 7 teenage girls can ruin so many lives.
Right. I'm as far as audiobooks go, I am still listening to The Stand because it's 44 hours long. So I'm about halfway-ish through it, maybe not quite halfway, but I've been picking at it. Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts, so it's a balance between podcasts and audiobooks. But when I get caught up on all my podcasts, then I listen to the audiobook, or if I'm mowing or whatever, or driving, or is the main times. But still picking at The Stand, so it's a reread, great book though. I don't believe I have anything else. Yeah, I watched Piranha, and then I've played Fear the Spotlight. I think that's about it. So, all right. So, nothing new going on. Otherwise, so if you are new to this series, you can go back to Quick Cuts episode 2 or 3. So we're doing a horror by the decade. So in each episode, Rich and I will rank our top 13 favorite horror movies from each decade. It's not us saying what's the best. It's which ones we like the most. So it's all about taste and preference. But so we've done the 20 teens, which since this decade is not over, we maybe after 2025 we'll do a half decade look.
Yeah, that'd be fun. But there's been a lot of good movies.
There has been
2025.
So, but yeah, so we started with the 20 teens, and then that was episode 2. We did the 2000s, the aughts. I like using that word.
Yeah.
And so that was episode 3. And so now we're to the 90s, and we're going to take this thing all the way back to maybe the 20s. Definitely the 30s, maybe the 20s.
I would like to go into the 20s.
Yeah, we'll see what we can round up. 10 movies. But, and again, for those that maybe if this is your first listen, we're not going to do, this isn't going to be every other week. So we do our deep dive reviews every other week, and then the off weeks is quick cuts. But we do have some other episodes planned. We'll announce September is going to be a special month with some different episodes, so we'll talk about that when we get there. But so it's going to be interrupted. It's not going to be horror by the decades every other week until we get to the 20s. So, but for now, for this week, we are doing that, and we are to the 90s. So we're going to get into our top 13 rankings. Our favorite horror movies released in the 1990s. And one thing that I will say, it was interesting to me when I saw this. The 90s had, for me, 3 years that were really influential in my list.
Really?
So in my top 13, let me look at this here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of my top 13 all released within the same 3 years.
Wow.
3 different years. Yeah. 1990, 1996, and 1999. 10 of my top 13 all released in those years.
Wow.
So that was interesting. So there are some hella years. Like in the other episodes, we had some years. It's like, again, we're going back to this one, but nothing like this one for me, where the majority of my list hit from 3 different years in the decade. But
yeah.
So yeah, we'll get into it. So who started? I think you've started both times. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'll go first. One caveat here I will throw out, and we talked about this right before we recorded. We are both fans. I'm a bigger fan, I think, of the TV miniseries of It, released in 1990. Yeah. But we have made the decision to not include that on this list because it was not a movie release. It was a TV miniseries. So there may be another episode down the road where we address something like that. But so I'm a huge fan. It would have probably made my top 5 if I included it. But since it's a TV miniseries and we're keeping it separate, that is not going to be on the list. But other than that, back to usual. So I will kick us off with my number 13 favorite horror movie from the 1990s. Comes from 1992, a movie called Candyman.
Yeah, nice.
Candyman. Tony Todd is a legend, man.
Yeah.
Obviously, well, I guess it depends on what circle of horror you come from, but if he might be the Candyman to you. He might be from the Nightmare or the Night of the Living Dead remake.
Yep.
Final Destination movies. Just a legend. Recently passed away.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan. I love Tony Todd.
Too.
The movie Candyman is, I mean, it's a gritty, kind of rough movie, but you got the urban legend kind of stuff. You say his name in the mirror. It's really creepy. I haven't seen a ton of the sequels. I've seen the remake. I think there's at least 3 sequels.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I've seen any of them other than the remake. But the first movie is really good. I really consider it's interesting because we did Hellraiser as a deep dive a couple episodes ago, and I consider the original Hellraiser and the original Candyman I think of them together for some reason. They're on the same level for me.
You're probably right. It feels that way. The filmmaking does.
Yeah. So my number 13 is Candyman.
All right, that brings us to my 13, and I have a feeling this is not going to be on your list, but for me, it is number 13, and it is 1993 Body Bags.
Body Bags.
The anthology with John Carpenter and Tobe Hooper. Even Wes Craven acts in it. There's a lot of different people in it. Very good. There's only 3 segments with the wrap, and also the wraparound. But very fun, very funny. It's maybe a little more comical than Creepshow per se. A little more comedy than that, but it feels almost the same way, other than not having the comic book aspect. But I think they're just great. So many different cameos are on that, and really good movie. But yeah, ties the wraparound ties it all together real well. So 1993 Body Bags.
Nice. It's not on my list, but I do know Body Bag. I do like that movie. It has the eye, right?
Yes, the baseball with Mark Hamill in it.
Mark Hamill
plays the baseball, and then he has to get an eye transplant. And he takes
like
on a serial killer.
Yeah.
He got it from a serial killer.
Yeah. I like that movie.
And Stacy Keach with the hair transplant, and he gets the aliens in his head.
Yes.
Yeah, good stuff.
It's been a long time, but yeah. All right. So my number 12 then is going to be from 1996, the first of 10 movies that have come from three different years in my whole list. So 1996, number 12 is The Craft.
Okay.
All right. I was 13 years old in 1996 when this came out. So anything that came out in the late 90s was hitting in my teen years. So I was heavily influenced. This 96 was the same year Scream came out, so you have Nev Campbell in both movies. And like you've mentioned in previous episodes, I'm into witchcraft stuff. I like witch movies and stuff like that. So, and Fairuza Balk, Nev Campbell. Who else is the other one?
I can't remember, and probably the reason I can't remember is because this is one I have listed that I have never seen.
Really?
You believe, as much as I like witchcraft stuff,
you've never seen The Craft?
I have never seen The Craft.
It is a bit of a teen movie.
It felt very like girlish and teenish when it came out, so I never watched.
It's cool.
I definitely want to watch it.
Yeah,
I think I searched it on Amazon and couldn't find it, so I was like, well, I guess I won't watch it. Because I did go back and hadn't seen a lot of these movies, so I kind of searched, and if I could find it, I started watching it. And if it was good, I watched it. If it wasn't, it's not going to make my list.
Robin Tunney is the main. She's the main character of the movie. She's one of the ones I couldn't think of. But yeah, you should definitely watch.
I'll watch it.
It's very of the 90s. It's a 90s movie for sure. But I mean, it's good. It's a enjoyable watch. So yeah, The Craft from 96 is my number 12.
All right, my number 12 movie from the 90s is 1996 also, but it is From Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, I like this movie. Quentin Tarantino wrote it. Who direct? Robert Rodriguez, I think, directed it.
It's Quentin Tarantino.
He didn't direct though. He just wrote the screenplay. I think
Oh, okay.
Robert Rodriguez directed. I
Okay.
think, pretty sure.
You might be right.
But yeah, good movie. It's kind of if you've seen a new movie called Sinners, it kind of reminds me of that.
I have not seen Sinners yet.
Like Sinners is pretty much.
I've heard good things, but I have
It's
not seen
pretty
it.
much From Dusk Till Dawn.
It does get that vibe to it.
Yeah, very
Like-
much so. I mean, it's. I have seen people say it's original and fresh. Not so much because it's pretty much From Dusk Till Dawn.
A slow build up and then vampires.
Yeah, two brothers on their way to a place, and and they find this, and it's all pretty much
Okay.
a remake. Not quite,
Right.
but yeah, From Dusk Till Dawn, 1996 is my number 12 from the 90s.
All right. So my number 11 is going to come from 1994, and it is, I believe this is John Carpenter. Hopefully I'm not wrong here. In the Mouth of Madness.
Yep.
Yeah, John Carpenter, In the Mouth of Madness, 94. So this was a movie that I did not see back then. I feel like I'd maybe seen bits and pieces of it, but I'd never seen the whole thing. And I watched it in its entirety for the first time maybe 2 years ago. So it's a new movie to me. And maybe I would like it even more had I seen it back then, but it's a good movie. I love the Sutter Kane, the author. It's very Stephen King-esque, but it's also H.P. Lovecraft related, and it's a good movie. It's got I almost called him Alan Grant because he's the guy from Jurassic Park. What is his name?
Sam Neill.
Sam Neill. Yeah. It's not the first time Sam Neill's going to be on my list either.
Oh,
Teaser. But yeah, it's a weird movie, but I like the whole author, missing author subplot, cult favorite thing, and the Lovecraft tie. So good movie, In the Mouth of Madness, number 11.
all right. That's 2 movies in a row that you've listed that I've never seen. I
Really?
have not seen
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
Mouth of Madness. I did try to search that one, and I had to either rent it for $3.99 or
Okay.
buy it for $10.99. So I
I can't remember if I found it streaming
didn't.
somewhere at the time or if I rented it.
Yeah.
I think it might have been streaming somewhere. But
all my subscriptions, it was not streaming for me for free, but I have heard that it is a really good movie.
it's good. It's good.
All right. So my number 11 from the 1990s horror movies is a 1999. We're getting at the very end of the decade, and it is Stir of Echoes with Kevin Bacon.
Yep.
I love this movie. It was so creepy. It's one of those where once you see it once, it's not going to be as good the second time because there is quite a twist with it. But
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon's character just gets he doesn't believe in the paranormal, and he has a sister-in-law. I think it's his sister-in-law puts him under a trance. He just hypnotized because he don't believe in anything, and when he wakes up, he has kind of the sixth sense, if you will, or he can sense presence of the dead. So it's really good movie with a really good twist, and Kevin Bacon's just awesome.
Yep. I'm a big Kevin Bacon guy.
I am
love
too.
Kevin Bacon. All right, so my number 10 is a movie from 1998. Another teen movie, really. It's called The Faculty. Have you ever seen The Faculty?
I have seen it. It's not on my list.
Okay, all right.
But I've only seen it once, maybe twice, and I could probably revisit it.
Yeah. So I'll tell you the story here. I saw it when it came out, and it was fun. I remember liking it, probably in '98 when it came out. And then I've seen a lot of buzz for that movie recently, like people like this is a hidden gem of the '90s. So we were on I can't remember if we were going to Las Vegas or Florida, but we were on a flight, and I had it downloaded on my phone, and I watched The Faculty on the plane. And this movie is really good. It's got a great cast. You got Elijah Wood, Hartman. What's his name?
Bill.
No, Phil Hartman.
I
No.
can't remember. I hardly remember the movie. at
Yeah,
all.
I mean, it was a sort of a similar to Scream. It was a who's who of the 90s kind of thing. But it's actually a really smart story. Like, it's an alien invasion kind of thing. And with, like, almost odes to Invasion of the Body Snatchers almost.
Yeah.
But much better than you would think it would be. So
Yeah, I need to revisit that
it's
one.
definitely worth revisiting for sure. I would go back and give that one another look because it's probably better than you remember.
Yeah, okay.
So-
Maybe I'll do that.
so,
Maybe
yeah.
it might bump body bags, but I kind of doubt it.
So yeah, my number was that number 10? Yeah, number 10 is The Faculty.
All right, time to ruffle some feathers. So I am up to my number 10 of my favorite horror movies, 1990, and mine is probably a lot of people's number 1. I would think mine is Scream.
What?
Yep, Scream way down in number 10. It did crack the top 10. In 96, let's see, I had just become a dad. I'm
Yeah.
21 years old, and it's very teenagey. So it didn't resonate with me like I think it would a lot of people from, your age or my wife's age. My
Right.
wife loves Scream. Even my daughter loves Scream, and
Yeah.
she's 13 years old right now. So, and I can understand why. It started the kind of the, I think it was PG or PG-13. It kind of started that PG-13 horror, and it, you know me, I'm a classics monster, and this was one of the reasons why in the early 2000, I think 2000, when Jeepers Creepers come out, I was like, oh yeah, finally a monster movie.
It was rated R.
It was rated
It
R.
was,
Oh, I
but-
stand corrected.
But I know what you mean though.
Yeah,
It was more
very teeny.
it was more approachable, I guess.
Yeah, but it made my list, and I appreciate it. Wes Craven, he's a legend,
Yep.
and it was just that a little bit teenagey. It did have the nice twist, who did it, but there was no monster. I want monsters, and it was okay. It was
All right.
it was number 10 for me.
I get it. All right. So that brings me to my number 9, which my number 9 is another movie from 1999. This is maybe one you haven't seen. I was looking at my list to see if there's anything on here that maybe, like if I had to pick one, I don't know if Rich has seen this, but you might have. This is a movie from 99 called The Ninth Gate. Have you ever seen this? It's got Johnny Depp
Johnny
in it.
Depp. I have seen it, but I
Okay.
do not remember it.
All right. So in The Ninth Gate, Johnny Depp is like an antique book collector, and he is hired by this rich guy to go buy this book that is allegedly actually illustrated by the devil.
Okay.
All right. And there are 3 copies, if I'm remembering the movie right. There are 3 copies, and there are like 9 illustrations in the book, but only 3 in each copy are actually drawn by the devil himself. So he's trying to like get, and the legend, I guess, is that if you collect all 9 of the drawings, the illustrations that are actually drawn by the devil, it will open a portal to hell. And that's what this guy
Okay.
wants to do because he's a Satanist. So you get Johnny Depp trying to track down these 3 copies of this antique book so that he can
Okay.
figure out which ones have the real drawing, like which drawings are real from each book,
Yeah.
and put them all together. It's I just think it's an interesting movie. Like
Yeah.
Johnny Depp does
It
a good
does sound
job.
pretty interesting.
I'm a fan. I enjoy it a lot. It's not a loud movie. Like it's not a monster movie. Like it's a very slow burn mystery almost.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy it a lot.
Okay.
So it's definitely horror because of the content and like you're tracking down a book drawn by the devil. but I'm a big fan. So yeah, The Ninth Gate
All
is
right.
my number 9. Is that right?
Yep, that's your number 9. All right, that brings us to my number 9, and mine is one that you've already mentioned. I think it was your 13 or 12. It is 1992 Candyman.
Yep.
I saw Candyman twice in the theater. I liked it so much. Me and my friends went and watched it. I had a blast with it. I love the legend and the lore of it, and it's just so creepy and good. Now, I will mention I had, let's see, my son Waylon, we was sitting around one day, me, him, and his mom. I think the other kids were staying the night with somebody, and he was wanting to watch a movie, and Tina, my wife, and I both said, hey, let's watch Candyman, great movie. He put it on and absolutely hated it. Oh, he just totally destroyed
Because
it.
he didn't like it, or it was too much?
You know how it's kind of slow in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah.
The college, and they're
Yeah.
giving the seminars, and it's kind of a slow burn in the beginning. And I don't even think he finished it. He got so bored with it that he just berated it and said, "This is stupid." And he was done. He went on to go play Roadblocks or something. but I love Candyman.
Yeah, it's good.
I think it's good. But yeah, that's my number 9, 1992 Candyman.
All right. So we are to number 8 for me, and my number 8 is, it's the only remake on my list. My number 8 is the 1990 remake of Night of the Living Dead, directed by Tom Savini, who did the special effects on Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
Special effects legend. So he got the opportunity to direct a remake of Night of the Living Dead, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. So you get the Tony Todd again.
Plays the lead.
Yep, plays the lead in the movie. Plays Ben. Just a really solid remake. I mean, they change a little bit here and there, but I mean, the essence of the first movie is alive and well in it. It's a great, I mean, it doesn't rock the boat too much. They changed the ending, which is a little different, but great remake. I really like this movie, but I am biased. I'm a huge zombie fan of George Romero. So, I mean, this is the kind of thing that I'm going to love no matter what. So, I guess you take my ranking with a grain of salt on that one, but huge fan of the remake 1990 Night of the Living Dead.
All right. That brings us to my number 8, and mine is kind of similar for the reasons I am a huge fan of the book, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I love that story. So, and this might surprise people, but my number 8 is a movie adaptation of that with kind of a twist to it, but it is 1999 Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp.
Yep.
Really like this movie, and it was directed by
Tim Burton.
And my wife, by the way, is a big Tim Burton fan too. So Tim Burton directed Sleepy Hollow, and you can really tell.
Yeah.
You can really tell, but it is a twist. It's a little different than the book, which I guess it's kind of fresh, but
I don't know that I've ever read the book.
oh,
Who wrote it?
Washington Irving.
All right.
And it's a 1800s book, and it's written
I
like
knew it was
1800s.
really old, yeah.
And it's not hard to read, but because the language was spoken,
Sure.
English language is spoken a little different, but great, probably a top 4 book all time.
Wow.
Is Legend of Sleepy Hollow by Washington Irving. Yeah, love that book, and it's easy read. It's short. I think it's only an hour and 45-minute Audible book.
Yeah.
So, but oh my gosh, so good. But yeah, it's good, and there's a scene at the end where he's fighting the Headless Horseman, and it's the best Headless Horseman I've ever seen. It's awesome. But yeah, number 8 is 1999's Sleepy Hollow.
All right. My number 7 is a sci-fi horror movie from 1997 called Event Horizon.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Neill again.
Yep, there he is. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That he was in that.
Event Horizon is about a sci-fi horror movie about this ship. They go to, man, I'm trying to struggle. It's been a minute since I've seen it, but there's like a ship that went missing for a long time, and then all of a sudden it reappeared and was sending distress signals, so they go to check it out, and it got sucked into a black hole or something, but things get really weird and out of hand.
It does.
And very hellish landscape kind of stuff. It's a dark movie, but Lawrence Fishburne, Sam Neill, really good.
Yeah.
Really good movie.
They have great chemistry in that movie.
For
really
sure.
Good chemistry.
Yep, I'm a big fan. So Event Horizon is my number 7.
All right, that brings me to my number 7, and this kind of surprises myself that I have it at 7 and not closer to the best.
Okay.
But it is from 1990, Misery.
Misery.
I really like Misery. Of course, the
Stephen
Stephen
King
King adaptation. The book scared the shit out of me, and the movie scared the shit out of me. And it stays very loyal to the book.
Yeah. I mean,
very loyal to the book.
Yeah,
There is
a couple things,
but every major thing pretty much is in the movie. But Kathy Bates, oh my gosh, she plays a crazy fan of a writer named Annie Wilkes, and she comes upon the author, and she kind of holds him hostage to rewrite some books because she didn't like the way the last one ended. It is very messed up, but very good. I mean, it's a Stephen King book adaptation, so it's going to be something very original.
Hell yeah. All right. So that means my number 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
My number 6 is a movie you already mentioned. It is From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Yep. From 1996. George Clooney, Quentin Tarantino, Salma Hayek. Like you nailed it pretty much. I mean, it's a slow burn crime story, really, the first half of the movie, and then it's like, oh shit, there's vampires. It gets
Tom
weird.
Savini's in it.
Tom
that's
Savini.
Awesome. He's got the crotch knife.
The crotch yeah, it's a gun.
Oh, it's
crotch
a gun,
yeah. Harvey Keitel plays a preacher. It's a good movie, man. It's
a lot of blood and
gritty
guts.
Vampire movie.
Yeah.
In a time when you're not that far removed from like Interview with the Vampire. This is pre Twilight, of course, but I mean it was a much darker, grittier view of vampires. So good stuff, man. It's a good movie, worth writing out. It's a little slow to start, but I mean it totally pays off at the end. So From Dusk Till Dawn.
All right, that brings us to my number 6. Best horror movies of 1990. My favorite horror movies of 1990s. And this one is, you just mentioned it, 1994, Interview with the Vampire.
All right.
Is my number 6. Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt and Kirsten Dunst. Oh, it's
Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. Big budget movie. It's not like some indie film. So it's big budget, but it has the feel of I guess, the story, Anne Rice, based on Anne Rice novel. It has the feel of a indie film almost, I think, but because of the story, obviously the actors are huge deals in the Hollywood industry, but Interview the Vampire is very, very good, and it is what it is. It's just a vampire being interviewed by, who was it, Christian Slater?
Christian Slater was the interviewer,
Yeah, so I really enjoyed this movie. It's not one I watch every year, but when I think of a vampire movie, I want to watch a vampire movie. I haven't seen this in a couple of years, and I'll put it on. And every time I enjoy it, every single time.
Yep. I am a huge fan of Anne Rice, the novelist, the book. So the book versions of Interview with the Vampire. Last time on Quick Cuts, I mentioned Queen of the Damned as an honorable mention, which is like the third book in that series. And it is an honorable mention for me. It's not on my list, but I'm a big fan just because I love this story so much. Huge fan of the Anne Rice Vampire Chronicles. All right, so that will bring me to number 5. And my number 5 is another movie from 1990. You could argue that this is a sort of a horror comedy, but not really. Horror comedy creature feature. My number 5 is from 1990, a movie called Tremors.
Wow, I was totally thinking you was going to say Arachnophobia.
No,
Oh,
Tremors.
I
Kevin Bacon
love
strikes again.
Tremors. I love Tremors.
too.
I don't know why. I don't have it on my list.
Did you forget it was on there?
I don't even have it on my list to pick from. I don't know why.
You know what? I could see an argument that it's maybe not really a horror movie. The same way maybe like the Brendan Fraser mummy movies are not really horror movies, but I included it. But yeah, I love Tremors.
Yeah.
Fred Ward, Kevin Bacon.
Oh my gosh, their chemistry is
so good.
I mean, it's Laurel and Hardy. I
Yeah.
mean, these guys are so good together. Dialogue works. Everything is awesome.
I still use the line, "We plan ahead, so we don't have to do anything right now." I love that. But yeah.
Oh, great.
Giant worm monsters.
Yeah. You know what? As I sit here right now and I think of my favorite movies of the 90s, that might be in the
so good.
top 5 of my favorite movies of the 90s. And for some reason,
I fucked up your list.
Yeah, you fucked my list up. Thanks a lot, Steve.
My bad. So yeah, Tremors from 1990 is my number 5.
All right. Now this is my freshest watch. Now I've seen it many times before, but me and my wife just watched it last night as we was going to bed. I always put a movie on when we go to bed. It's always my pick. I always pick a horror movie. Usually it's one she don't like, but in this case, she really likes this movie. It is 1990, beginning of the decade here. Flatliners.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, I love this movie. Yeah. This is a comfort movie
that
for me.
That is a who's who cast right there.
Oh, man. Oliver Platt and
Kiefer Sutherland, Emilio Estevez,
Julia Roberts.
Yeah. One of the Baldwins.
Yeah, not Alec. The other one. But yeah, such a good movie. It's just basically some pre-med students are trying to mess with death,
basically,
like the afterlife.
Yeah, they're killing each other and then medically bringing them back so they can see the afterlife.
Yeah, medically killing somebody and then medically bringing them back so they can talk about what happened. Well, they go back and they bring back things with them from the afterlife that they didn't want. Very good movie. Again, this cast is amazing. Another fairly big budget movie. 90s was filled with a lot of big budget movies, actually. I mean, there was indie films, but not a lot of great ones, I don't think. But yeah, Flatliners, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. That is my number 5 movie from the 1990s.
Did you see the remake?
I did not.
I feel like maybe I started watching it, but I didn't finish. It wasn't as good.
I don't even think I ever heard of it.
Yeah, they remade it within the last 10 years. Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. Maybe, or maybe I shouldn't.
All right. So, we're up to my number 4, and my next 3 movies are all movies that Rich has already named.
Okay.
So, my number 4 is from 1996. Kevin Bacon and Stir of Echoes.
All right.
I love Stir of Echoes.
Oh, man. I'm glad you do.
So you didn't mention it, and you may not know this, but Stir of Echoes is based on the novel by Richard Matheson.
No, I didn't.
And Richard Matheson is one of my all-time favorite authors.
Really?
He wrote I Am Legend, Hell House, What Dreams May Come, Stir of Echoes, The Incredible Shrinking Man.
Holy cow.
He wrote a bunch of Twilight Zone episodes, one of the all-time greats. So the novel was written in the 50s, so the novel is very different from the book.
Are you kidding
He's way
me?
back. Yeah, he's way back. But so the book is quite a bit different from the movie.
Did they ever make a period piece movie from the 50s?
No.
Never did?
As far as I know, this is the only adaptation.
Wow, that's awesome.
But between loving Richard Matheson and loving Kevin Bacon, and I also love his wife in this movie. I can't think of her name, but she was the daughter in What About Bob? I remember that. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of this movie. Haunted, like hypnotism, being able to see the other side, the mystery of what's going on, the conspiracy of the neighbor. It's such a good movie. So yeah, my number 4 is Stir of Echoes.
Nice. All right, that brings us to my number 4 favorite horror movies of the 1990s, and this is really another, probably the biggest budget, I think, of the 90s, I would guess. Adaptation of one of my favorite books of all time, and it is Bram Stoker's Dracula from 1992. Absolutely awesome movie. When I close my eyes and I'm listening to the audiobook Dracula, this is what I'm seeing. I'm telling you, this is what I'm seeing. He does such a good job of this movie. Gary Oldman plays Dracula and he knocks it out of the park. Is he better than Bela Lugosi? No. Is he better than Christopher Lee? No. But this dude is what I imagine. His look is what when I listen to Bram Stoker's Dracula, the audiobook, or read the book, either way, but does such a fantastic job. There is a lot of cheese in it, I would think. For such a big budget movie, you would think that they could get rid of all the cheesiness out of it, but it is there, and you kind of got to just look the other way and decide that, does that bring it down on my list? But number 4, I think if they would have made some few changes, it could easily have been number 1. Absolutely could have been number 1. But with the way it sits, 1992 Bram Stoker's Dracula is my number 4 pick for my favorite horror movies of the 90s.
I am ashamed to say that I have not seen it.
Hey, I'm
well aware of it, and I actually own it on digital.
And you love the book Dracula.
Yeah. And so it's been on my list forever. I have a buddy at work who gives me shit all the time because it's one of his favorite movies. He's like, I can't believe you've never seen 92 Dracula.
Yeah, and, it is a good movie.
I'm going to watch it eventually. I own it. I just haven't done it yet. So it would probably make my list had I seen it.
I think it would.
Yeah. All right, so we're down to the top 3. So my number 3 is another movie Rich has already mentioned. I was 13 in 1996 when this came out, so I was much more in the age range of who this was targeted for. But yeah, my number 3 is Scream by Wes Craven from 1996. So,
yep.
I mean, this was made for my age group, and it's classic at this point. Like it's a movie you can rewatch over and over again. The intro with Drew Barrymore getting killed, and just the cast. You got Neve Campbell, and you got Matthew Lillard, Skeet Ulrich, Jamie Kennedy. Like it was for a time. It was played on the cliches of horror movies and slashers.
It did a great job with that.
I mean, it's a movie that I'm never not gonna turn. Like if it's on TV, I'll stop and watch it every time. So, as far as the series goes, I liked 2. I don't remember basically anything after that, but the first one definitely holds a spot for me. So I'm, as representing my generation, I'm a fan of Scream from '96. So that's my number 3.
Yep. All right, my number 3 is going to be from 1999 into the decade, and I got a feeling this is on your list somewhere. It has to be, and it is The Blair Witch Project. It is a found footage movie making a documentary about a witch called the Blair Witch, and I believe it takes place in New Jersey, Maryland, the Pine Barrens, Maryland, and they're just looking for the legend of the Blair Witch, and things go sideways and it's kind of, is it going on or is it not? So yeah, you're caught somewhere in between. Is it the witch that's causing problems, or is it each other? And there is a little bit of a, maybe it is, maybe it isn't fact or a thing going on with it. But yeah, The Blair Witch Project, 1999, is my number 3 film of the 1990s.
All right. Well, my number 2 is, again, another movie you already mentioned. It is from 1990, Stephen King adaptation, Misery. That's my number 2.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm maybe a little biased here because Misery was the first Stephen King book I ever finished. Wasn't the first one I ever started, but it was the first one I ever finished. I'm probably like 12, 13 years old. So the book is important to me, and the
Mhm.
movie is such a good representation of the book.
It
They do
is.
so well.
So good.
Kathy Bates is so good.
I think she won the Academy Award for Best Actress.
She
that
may
year.
very well
I'm pretty
have.
sure she did.
Well deserved if she did.
Yeah.
Such a good movie. And yeah, I mean, I just, in a world where you got Stephen King, who's such a prolific, great author, and so many of the adaptations suck. Like,
Mhm.
there are several that are great. I mean, you got
Yeah.
Green Mile and Shawshank Redemption,
Stand
Misery,
By Me.
Stand By Me. So for this to be one of the ones that really just nailed it, Rob Reiner, I think, is the director, who also did Stand By Me.
yeah.
Such a good movie, such a great representation of the book, and yeah, my wife and I went to a play version of Misery in Cincinnati, and it was awesome.
Really?
Yeah, I
That'd be
mean,
cool.
there was a Broadway play version that Bruce Willis played Paul Sheldon,
Oh,
and
really?
Laurie Metcalf from Roseanne
Oh,
played
yeah,
Annie.
sister.
Yeah. So, yeah, but the play was awesome. I love the story. My wife and I dressed up as Annie and Paul for Halloween one year.
Awesome.
So good. I'm a huge fan. So, number
Yeah.
2 is Misery.
Good movie. All right, that brings us to my number 2. Now, this one is also one that I've seen, and when I started making my list, I would look up, best horror movies of the 90s,
Yep.
and this one would pop up, and I thought, I know I've seen that, but I need to go rewatch it. So I put it on, and it moved all the way up to number 2 on my list because it probably, if I wouldn't have rewatched it, it would not have made my list.
Yeah.
But it is from 1990 again, The Exorcist 3.
All right. Yeah.
William Peter Blatty wrote
You're reading
and,
the book right now.
and directed it.
Yeah.
So after I watched the movie, I had to go. That's why I'm reading the
Yeah.
Audible. I didn't want to bring it up and start talking about how much I
Yep.
love this movie, and then it's going to be in my
Yeah,
top
yeah.
13 list. So-
Right.
But anyways, yeah, George C. Scott
Yep.
plays Kinderman, he didn't play Kinderman in the original Exorcist. Another fella did.
Uh-huh.
Blows it out of the water. One of the greatest acting performances that you'll ever watch. Trust me, if you have not seen Exorcist 3, watch Exorcist 3 and just study George C. Scott because he does an absolutely amazing job. It's pretty much part 2 to The Exorcist.
The movie part 2 I've
Yeah.
heard is horrible.
It's not good.
I've never watched it.
But it was one of those deals where it had such a big budget, they wanted to rush a part 2 out,
Yeah.
so they put this piece of shit together and
Right.
released it. Well, then William Peter Blatty actually wrote and directed this one.
Yeah.
So, and it is so good, and it stays really true. I'm not finished with the audio book, but I'm getting really close. I think I got 4 hours left, but so far it's pretty much right on the money. I would say that the book is probably better, which is probably the case for almost
Most of the time.
99% of the
Right.
movies adapted from a book is. But such a good book. George C. Scott, again, is just so amazing. And it is kind of a crime drama
Yeah.
for 3/4 of the book until you start getting into the paranormal aspect of it, which is pretty much the last quarter of the book. But man, George, I know I'm just beating the hell out of this dead horse, but George C. Scott is so amazing, so amazing, and it's totally worth the watch and a very good movie. I wish they would have called it Legion or like Exorcist Legion
Yeah.
instead of Exorcist 3 because
Right.
I think
Especially
that
after
throws
Exorcist
people
2
off.
bombed.
Yeah, I think it threw people off.
Yeah.
Like, oh, 2 sucks, so why do I want to go see 3?
Right.
And I don't think they did a really good job of promoting this as the actual part 2 to the
Right.
book.
The true
Yeah.
sequel.
And it would be hard to do that without stepping on Hollywood
Uh-huh.
toes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they wouldn't like that, and they'd probably try to shut your production down if you said that their movie sucked.
Right.
But anyways, yeah, my number 2 is The Exorcist 3 from 1990.
I assume since you're listening to Legion, you've listened to or read The Exorcist, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. I re-listened to it recently too.
I love The Exorcist, but I'm telling you, this is right up there with The Exorcist. This movie, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, you watched the movie?
I've seen. It's been a very long time,
Okay.
and it didn't make my list because it's just been so long since I saw it.
Oh,
But,
such a good book.
Yeah. So I have not read the book, but I have seen the movie. So, all right. Have you ever seen the parody spoof Repossessed?
I haven't, but I know what you're talking about.
If we ever do a horror comedy episode, which we probably will,
Yeah.
that'll probably be on my list. It's got Leslie Nielsen in it and
yeah,
Linda Blair.
Of course.
And she gets, she plays Reagan, and she gets repossessed as an adult. And it's hilarious. It's like The Naked Gun meets Exorcist.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'll
Yeah.
have to watch it.
It's pretty good. All right. Well, we are down to our number ones, and as the last several picks have been, my number one is also on Richie's list as well. No surprise here, I think. My number one is from 1999. It is The Blair Witch Project.
I knew it.
Yeah. I mean, there's just no doubt for me. I mean, I knew when we started doing the 90s, like, well, Blair Witch is number one.
Yeah, you love this movie. I love it too.
Love it. Like I'm a huge found footage guy, but this movie is perfection to me. And I get why some people don't like it, the shaky camera, the ambiguous ending, but everything about it works for me.
Did you see it in the theater?
I did.
I did too.
And that may sway it too, because I saw it with my brother in the theater, and it was a packed house, like one of the only times I've ever been to a movie where every seat was sold.
Yeah.
And we watched this movie, and then when we drove home, we never even turned the radio on. We just talked about the movie all the way home.
Yeah.
Like, it was just so different. Like,
and
it was in the hype of the internet craze with it, where like there was realistic police reports.
They did such a good
the marketing
job
was incredible.
Of marketing. Oh, probably the greatest marketing job in the history of
so
movies.
good. Yeah. And there was just no doubt when we were doing the 90s. Well, Blair Witch is number one for me.
Yeah.
So
it was number 3 for me, and it was number 2 until I watched The Exorcist 3. So
yeah, I get it. But yeah, for me, number one, Blair Witch Project.
Yep. All right, that brings me to my number one movie of the 1990s, and this is one I know I'll probably get hate on because some people don't think it's a horror movie, but I feel like it's a horror. I get scared when I watch it. Still, it's very realistic. It's serial killer, which I love serial killer movies, and it is 1991's The Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I get it. I did not include it because I don't really feel like it's a horror movie.
I
totally get it.
I get it. I know. I understand. The Buffalo Bill is just terrifying to me. It's such a good movie, and it won Best Movie that year. And you know what? I think one of the reasons why it's not a horror movie is because of the Academy Awards. They pushed this to win Academy Awards so hard that they didn't want it to be considered a horror movie because horror movies don't win Best Picture.
Absolutely not.
So they totally did not put this out as a horror movie. It was totally a crime drama, a serial killer movie, and that's how it was marketed. And I think that did it help it win an Academy Award? Maybe. But I think that it's just
still, it deserved it.
Oh my gosh,
it's a great movie.
Great movie, and I think it deserved the Academy Award with or without being a horror movie. I just wish they would have pushed it as a horror fan. I wish they would have pushed it more as a horror film, just because I love horror movies. But they didn't, and that's the way it goes. But that is my number one movie from the horror movie from the 90s, and it is Silence of the Lambs.
Have you read the book?
I have not.
Okay.
Have you?
Yeah.
You love it?
It's good.
Okay.
I mean, it's just as good as the movie.
Yeah.
And have you seen the movie of the Red Dragon?
Yep.
The book, The Red Dragon, is actually the first book. It came out before Silence of the Lambs, and they made the movie later. So but I've read the Red Dragon. Silence of the Lambs and Hannibal.
Did you? What was the movie that came out before Silence of the Lambs? A year or two before. What was that called? It was based on the book.
As far as
the
I
same
knew,
book.
Silence of the Lambs was.
No, it was called. It's called. What was the book called?
Silence of the Lambs.
No, I don't think it was. Was it?
Mhm.
You sure?
Yeah.
It wasn't like.
There was Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal. Then later there was Hannibal Rising.
Manhunter.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't called Manhunter.
Okay. I've never seen Manhunter.
I mean, the book wasn't called Manhunter.
No, the book is
Okay.
called Silence of the
Okay.
Lambs. Yeah, I just looked it up on Wikipedia. It says following the 1986 adaptation of Red Dragon, filmed as Manhunter, the Silence of the Lambs was adapted. In
Oh, so
91.
it's adapted
From the Red Dragon.
Okay, all right. Not the Silence of the Lambs.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
that's where I was confused.
But it's really like they
Yeah.
go together.
yeah, but yeah. So no, I need to read that book though,
Definitely, it's worth. If you love the movie that much, definitely
and the
worth
whole
reading the book.
series
Yeah.
start at the beginning and go all the way
yeah.
to the end.
Yeah, I don't remember liking Hannibal that much, the book or the movie, but Red Dragon and Silence of the Lambs are both
Yeah.
really good.
I know
books.
my dad read all of them. And he really liked. He always talked highly of them all.
So yeah, that will do it for our top 13s. Do you want to talk about some honorable mentions,
Yeah,
stuff that
absolutely.
didn't quite make the list?
Yep.
For me, so the one that barely missed, that was number 14, was John Carpenter's Vampires.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of that movie. I like.
I
it
don't
a
think
lot.
it gets enough respect.
No, I mean compared to his other stuff like The Thing and Halloween and all that, sure, it's not on that
No.
level, but I still like it a lot.
And I sit here and say I don't think it gets enough respect, and I disrespect it by not putting it on my top 13.
Right.
So I guess I'm guilty of that as well.
We're both doing it. There was a movie made by Dee Snider from Twisted Sister called Strangeland that I really liked a lot. That came out
I
in
did
the
not
90s.
watch that, but I have seen the thumbnail, and I do want to watch it.
It's good. I like it a lot. It's like a pretty hardcore movie, but at the time it was. I have Interview with the Vampire as an honorable mention, which you had on your list.
Mhm.
I have Anaconda. I'm afraid of snakes. That is a phobia
That
of
hit
mine.
home for you.
So that one's rough. Species. Have you ever seen that?
Yep, that was a good movie.
Yeah, that's a
Sci-fi.
sci-fi horror with a lot of boobs. But
Mhm.
so yeah, that rounded out my top. But Rich and I talked in one of the breaks here that really, of the 3 decades we've done so far, I feel like the 90s was the weakest. So I think we're in agreement.
I think all of them. Looking down my list, every single one of them is pretty much a big budget film.
yeah,
But I guess the Blair Witch Project was a kind of indie, low budget movie. But the rest, pretty much, big director, big budget films. But so the '90s was really hard for me
hmm
to figure out, and I was really, when Body Bags. Body Bags wouldn't make the list on the 2000 or 2010s,
No.
or probably not even in the 2020s.
Yeah.
That we haven't done yet.
Yeah.
But when we get to that list, I don't think it would knock any of those off. But
Right.
so yeah, but some of my honorable mentions, and this is funny. As I sit here, I'm kind of like, you're an idiot, Rich, because I put The Silence of the Lambs in as my number one movie. And one I left off because it wasn't horror enough was Seven.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of along the same line.
Very similar. Yeah.
Yeah. So Seven was 1995. That was definitely an honorable mention. The Sixth Sense from 1999, which you see it once and you never have to watch it again because it spoils the whole ending. If you
Right.
haven't seen
It does not work on a rewatch.
It doesn't. So that kind of takes away. Arachnophobia I had fun with.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, and one that's kind of obscure that a lot of people don't know, and I recommend going to seeing it. And it was, or looking it up to watch it, but it was really close I wanted to put it in, but I just couldn't do it. It's Cemetery Man. You ever seen Cemetery Man?
No.
Very, very good movie. And it is, I think it's foreign, but it's like English, so
Okay.
it's not subtitled.
I don't know that I've even heard of it.
Very good movie. Really
Okay.
good. It's just kind of the synopsis of it is a cemetery. Every cemetery has a guy that they call a cemetery man that I think it's a certain time. It's either every corpse or a certain corpse if they're died on a certain day. I can't exactly remember, but comes back to life. And the
Okay.
cemetery man's job is to kill that corpse before it escapes
alright.
the cemetery. But it's funny, it's sexy, it's original, it's definitely rated R. A lot of boobs, a lot of
Huh.
cursing,
I'll have to check this
but
out.
really good movie, Cemetery Man. So that barely missed. Some I didn't even see was Dead Alive.
So, Dead Alive is, I forgot to mention it on my honorable mentions, but while we were recording, that movie came to me. Like, it just didn't show up in any list when I was researching. I love Dead Alive.
Now
and
I haven't seen it, and I tried to watch it, but I couldn't find it unless again you paid for it.
I don't know where, I had it on DVD back in the day, so
Yeah.
I don't know if it's streaming anywhere or not, but that movie is horror comedy gold, like zombie comedy.
Yeah, it's also
highest
got
level.
an alternate title called
Brain Dead. Yeah. And it's made by Peter Jackson, who made the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might have been his first movie.
It might have been, but yeah, I love. And had I remembered Dead Alive, it would have made my top 13. So that was just a snub that I just forgot. It didn't, when I was making my list and researching, it just didn't come up anywhere, and I forgot about it. So
Yeah.
that would have bumped whatever 13 was.
And one that was on your movie that I had not seen was The Craft. We talked about that. So that could have cracked mine, but another movie that I did go watch for the first time, and it is this. A lot of people are huge fans of Dario Argento.
Yeah.
Huge fans, and I watched the. It was the Stendhal Syndrome.
Oh, I've not seen it.
Yeah, and it was hard watch. And Dario Argento is always that kind of hard, the crime drama,
Uh-huh.
hard. It was.
Have you ever watched any Lucio Fulci movies?
I don't think so.
Like Zombie and The Beyond and.
I don't think I have.
Oh
Kind of
man,
hard.
I need
watch.
to do one of those because man, nobody knows what the fuck is happening in these
Yeah.
movies.
But Dario Argento, I think he must be like you gotta have that taste in your mouth
Yeah.
already because
Yeah, Italian horror.
yeah, exactly what it is. But yeah, I put it on and watched about a quarter of it, and I was like, I can't do it. As much as I love horror movies, I just couldn't.
I
do
can't.
it.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it. The Mouth of Madness, one that I hadn't
Yep.
seen. We talked about it.
Yep.
You said you didn't count it on your
I did
list,
not count
like
it.
I didn't
Yeah.
7, but I did count it, and it didn't make my list.
Yeah.
Now, I do love Stephen King. I do love the book. I don't know. It was just
Yeah.
something there that
yeah.
it didn't resonate with me.
Yeah.
For
It
whatever.
would have made my list, but I'm holding it back for
Right.
future.
I see. You said it probably would have been in your top 5.
It would have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Okay.
actually. So when I originally made the list, it was in it, and it was number 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, that's about it. Like I said, the 90s. Some good movies, very
Yeah,
good
for sure.
movies, but there are a lot of bad ones and
Yeah.
peppered in between.
Yeah. A lot of, I think the 2000s and the 2010s really opened up indie filmmaking like you were talking about. And
Yeah.
I mean, there was just more. I think maybe the 90s was kind of the end of just Hollywood standard. And
Yeah. You might be right. I'm curious to see what the 80s does because
Yeah.
sitting here right now, I think the 80s is chocked full
Yeah.
of great movies.
Speaking of, so next week will be Rich's turn for a deep dive review episode, and then the following week will be the next episode of Horror by the Decade. So we'll do the 80s. And I am not Yeah, I suspect that one to be difficult.
I think it's going to be the toughest one yet. And
it's
tough
definitely up
leaving
there.
stuff off.
Yeah.
Not add this one. This list from the 90s was tough adding things.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be tough
leaving stuff off.
leaving stuff
Yeah,
off.
I'm with you. I
Exactly.
think it's going to be hard. So yeah, we'll do. So that'll be that, and then so that will finish out August, and so September we're gonna shift lanes a little bit and do a little something special. We'll talk about that more when it gets closer. But so yeah, so next week will be Richie's pick for a deep dive review, and then we will do our top 13 from the 80s. So if you enjoyed the episode, tell your friends. Spread the word about Never Not Horror. Like, rate, review, do what you do on your podcast platform of choice. If you want to follow us outside of the podcast, go to youtube.com, search for Rich Hansel, and you'll find his channel. Lots of unboxing, action figure goodness. If you want to check out my books, go to steveclarkbooks.com. You can find my stuff. Links to everything there. You can go to Amazon and check it out. And come back and see us next week when whatever it is, it's Never Not Horror.
Oh, yeah.
Are they slow moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.